Hello, and welcome to the Smart Injury Doctors Podcast, the injury market's top program for doctors, lawyers, and insurers who want to gain greater insight on how to improve patient recovery results and deliver better services in the U.S. injury market. Please welcome your host, Dr. Jeffrey Allen Kronk.
All right, doctors, what I want to talk about today is if you want to disrupt relationships in the injury market, you got to be a leader. You got to lead, and it's wide open. The injury market in any area is absolutely wide open. Now, there's a couple reasons for that. It's wide open because in the market today, there's a lot of confusion. You can take advantage of that confusion, but you have to be willing to lead. You have to be willing to be a leader, right? So a leader is not a person that stands in the middle of the pack and says, hey, I want to hide in the middle of the pack. A leader leads. So when I say in the injury market, you can lead, and when I say, hey, you can disrupt relationships, what I mean is disrupt relationships in a very nice way, right? A lot of doctors come into a Smart Injury Doctors program, and when they come in, they say, oh my gosh, everybody, there's doctors and there's clinics and there's whole clinic systems that own the injury market. They already have all these relationships, and how do I get in, and what do I do? Lead. You have to lead, right? Because all these groups and all these people are stuck on a simple thing, a disc herniation. It does not explain the majority of the symptoms. It does not explain. It's so, if all you're looking at is a disc herniation, you are so under documenting the spinal injury itself. It's not even funny. Now, here's where a leader has to lead. The mob and the crowd says this is the way it is. And everybody's bought into it, right? There are so many, everybody's bought into the fact that, hey, if you don't have a disc herniation, you don't have an injury. Now, why is everybody bought into that fact? Well, to be quite frank about it, nobody's trained on spinal injuries. No one's trained in spinal injuries. No one in the market, no chiropractors had any formalized curriculum on spinal injuries in any chiropractic college in the country. Don't feel bad. No osteopath has either. No medical doctor has either. No doctor of PT has either. No one has. That's what makes it complicated. That's why, oh my gosh, we got to have a disc herniation. We got attorneys. We have large groups. These large clinic operations, they all have to have a disc herniation. They all have to have a disc study. And if they try to bring something new to their relationships, they have this fear, this risk that I'm going to somehow disrupt those relationships. So their hands are tied. Man, if I come into an area and I see a group like that, I'm going right after it. I'm going right after it because I know that there's another injury here, and it's a more significant injury because I understand the injuries and I understand how to explain it, and I understand how to go into attorneys, how to go into medical doctors' offices, how to go into hospital administrators, ER rooms. I don't care who wants to listen to me. I understand these injuries. And because I understand the injuries, I give the patient a much higher opportunity for a full recovery. I give everybody in the market what they need, which is the documentation that helps speed up the settlement process and make it a more fair process. I also get everybody what they need when I can be very simple in depositions or in trials. In most cases, they're not even going to be needed because my communication is going to be good enough. And my consensus of what I'm saying, consensus means the agreement in the market. What do the surgeons say? What do the other chiropractors say? What do the guidelines say? What do the imaging guidelines say? What do the impairment guidelines say? What do the athletic return to play parameters say? I'm going to be consistent with all of it. What is the research? I'm not I love research, but I'm not going to cite a lot of research because you're always going to have some research junkie that's better than you unless you're going to be a research junkie. So it's very easy to go in and lead. But being a leader you're not in the middle of the pack anymore. If you want to step up and lead, then it's a more lonely crowd. All right. When you lead, and I've led a lot of different things, when you lead, you're not looking You're looking to lead. You're not looking to get acknowledgement, or you're not looking for, appreciation. You're looking to be effective. That's what you're looking to do. So it's very easy. I go in and I start, it'd be very easy for me to go in and start disrupting relationships. And when I mean in the highest amount of respect, I'm going to go in and show that my center will be the top center in this whole area for spinal injuries, bar none. That's my future understanding. And remember, leaders often think in terms of future. When you lead, it's not because you're blind. You lead because you can see. And you see that the people that you're going to lead can't see as well as you do. So at first, you have to be an effective communicator. The more effective communicator you are, the easier it is to lead. So if you need help in effective communication is simple, understandable communication. That's what it is. Simple, effective communication. So that's what allows you to lead. It's too easy to go into the list. What makes you unique, Dr. Kong? Hey, we pick up the serious injuries that are picked up on MRI, and in some cases, the even more serious injuries that are not picked up on MRI that make a disc herniation or anything that's done to the disc a lot worse. But we can also have severe trauma where there is no disc herniation. And I'm really effective at picking it up, diagnosing it, being able to explain it, being able to treat it effectively, and being able to give everyone, the plaintiff attorney, the defense attorney, the insurance company, the at-fault insurance company, anybody, I'm what everybody needs in the market. And I'm not going to stop saying that until I have what I consider to be everyone in my market on board. I'm going to lead. It's the easiest thing in the world to do, doctors. And if you're not used to leading, it's very, very fun to do. But if you're not used to doing it, then you want to hook up with somebody that is used to doing it. You want to hook up with somebody that can make your communication simple. And that is extremely valuable. That's what you want to invest in. Because the market is wide open. Like if you were on my coaching calls and somebody says, well, gosh, the attorney doesn't understand that, or the attorney doesn't understand this, you would see what I'm talking about when I say, okay, great, you got to lead. You just have to lead. And leadership can be lonely, right? Because you don't want to be in the middle of the pack anymore. You want to be outside of the middle of the pack. And the more you lead, then the more elite of a group that you're in. Now, what it means, you can be in any group. You can be in the middle of the pack, or you can be at the front of the pack. But people that are buried in the middle of the pack, they can't be at the front of the pack because they're not at the front of the pack. If you want to be at the front of the pack, you got to be at the front of the pack. That's the easiest way I know to grow a practice, injury practice, is to lead. There's only 3 injuries. They're very simple to work up. And with the modern technology that's available today, I mean, it's unreal. When I say the modern technology, we use modern technology at Spinal Kinetics for excessive motion testing. It's FDA cleared technology that allows for the procedure to scale. It allows for it to be a lot more repeatable, more accurate, which will come out with studies in the future on that to show that. Just as someone who's used a lot of different systems and has experience with the system, it's so far advanced. And so it makes picking up the significant injury that's not picked up on MRI very, very easy. And I know how to communicate it. And I'm also, as a leader, I'm going to work with the highest level of professionals that I can find. And I'm going to attract other leaders to me. And remember, when a leader says something, so if you attract an orthopedic doctor that's the leader in your community and they like you, and they communicate to other doctors about you, it's a golden ticket. That's marketing you can't get. You can't buy that marketing. So It's the fastest way that I know to grow your injury practice is to lead, and I can go in and disrupt relationships simply by being willing to endure the confusion of the market. Leaders endure confusion. That's why they're leaders. They help people to become less confused. It's the easiest way to go. So doctors, I highly recommend it. Take a leadership role in your market. If you want more information about how we assist doctors in doing that, it's called the Smart Injury Doctors Program. You can check us out at www.smartinjurydoctors.com. You can call us at 800-940-6513. Or you can check us out at our free Facebook user group, which is Smart Injury Doctors Practice Building Success Network. If you're not a member of that, I highly recommend that you do it. Doctors, like always, just short and to the point. Hope you got something from what I was saying today, and I hope it helps you to grow your practice a lot quicker. I appreciate your attention. I look forward to deliver more content on the next podcast. Thank you.
You've been listening to the Smart Injury Doctors Podcast, the #1 audio production show for professionals in the U.S. injury market that want to deliver better injury services to the patients, clients, or insureds they serve. If you like what you heard today, please leave us a review and don't forget to join us on our next program.